Tonight, we finally see Aaron Rodgers on the field for the first time under new head coach Matt LaFleur as the Packers face the Ravens in Baltimore. LaFleur told reporters earlier this week that Rodgers will play a quarter or so. Many are interested to see the dynamic of these two on the field after Rodgers denied reports of a rift between his coach, calling it fake news. Rodgers' reputation has taken a slight ding recently between criticisms in the locker room and missing the playoffs the past 2 seasons. Greg, does your boy, Aaron Rodgers, does he have anything to prove?
No. No, he does not. He does not. And you said his reputation has taken a ding. Slight ding because he's missed the playoffs and...
Can't stay healthy.
I mean... Injury is a part of the game, number one. But when you're not able to be on the field and perform and provide the production that he provides for that team, that franchise, then yes, they're going to miss the playoffs. I mean, this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. We just got done talking about a generational talent. This is a future first ballot Hall of Famer, no question, no doubt. Last year, him playing the entire year, Rob, being injured the entire year.
You remember game one against the
Khalil
Bears.
Mack, and still coming back to win that game and playing out the rest of the year. It showed not only toughness, but his ability to have resolve, but to be able to play at a high level. Brett Favre told me this one time, and I'll never forget it. He said the difference between players playing injured and choosing not to play, he said, when a guy says he's going to play and he's injured, it's not one thing just to play, but can you still be great? Can you still be 85% better or not? And if you can't do that, then don't play. Aaron Rodgers has proven he can do that. But last year, let me just give you these stats really quick.
Tell me his bad year.
Exactly. Over 4,000 passing yards, 25 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Now, mind you, this is with Randall Cobb, who was injured on and off last year. Devontae Adams, we know what he is. He's been a constant, great player. We love what he provides. No Geronimo Allison, no other guys. Aaron Jones in and out. This is a guy that's had to bear the load his entire career, basically, when it comes to not having a running game. And so for him to have something to prove, no, the only thing we need to see from Aaron Rodgers is can he foster this relationship, and can he make sure that stays in the back of everybody's mind and his play stays out front.
So that qualifies as something to prove, right?
That is the only thing he needs to prove. As far as his performance on the field, no, he has absolutely zero to prove. We know who that guy is. Yeah. We know what he can do. We know what he provides. With him being on the field, we talk about the Green Bay Packers being Super Bowl contenders. Why? Because of Aaron Rodgers, not because of anybody that's going to come back. Obviously, they get a healthy Geronimo Allison.
His defense has given up 40-plus points 3 or 4 times, Greg, and he's supposed to win games, and people look at him and say, why hasn't he gotten to more Super Bowls, and why hasn't he won more Super Bowls? I believe that Aaron Rodgers, all he has to do is stay healthy. If this guy stays healthy and can play all 16 games, I believe he can be MVP still.
Yeah.
I know he's 35, but Greg, he sat his first 3 years. To me, he's more like 32 quarterback years in the NFL, right? Because he didn't take as many hits early on. Tom Brady went 10 years between winning Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers, I believe, is at 9. Oof. So I believe that he could have a second breath of fresh air in his career, win maybe 1 or 2 more Super Bowls. And then when you look at all of his numbers and look at everything that this guy was able to accomplish, there will be no question to anybody about how great Aaron Rodgers is, because he has all the other numbers. The only thing he's missing is probably 2 pieces of hardware. He's won multiple MVPs. What hasn't he done? Greatest quarterback rating in the history of any quarterback who's ever played. He has the greatest touchdown to interception ratio of anybody. He had a streak, wasn't it last year, where he set the record of consecutive completions.
Yes.
Yeah. But he has that record. He's done everything. And now I believe with a new coaching system, it was time for Mike McCarthy to go. Sometimes you guys are around too long. I believe that this is going to be a rebirth of Aaron Rodgers. And defensively, Greg, you know this. They've drafted some defensive players. This is a better defensive team. And with Aaron Rodgers on the field healthy, he wins the NFC North. And they are definitely in the NFC a contender to be.
Even over your Lions, wow. So I've been comparing Aaron Rodgers to LeBron for the last couple years. I've done it on the Colin Cowherd show. People love the analogy. And it even lines up more given what LeBron went through last year with the injuries and Aaron Rodgers did as well. You guys realize in the NFL now, everybody's excited over the young new quarterbacks like Carson Wentz, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers is like the forgotten guy all of a sudden. Again, we're 2016, as you alluded to. This guy went to the NFC title game, lost to the Falcons, and it wasn't his fault. The defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
You got his numbers from that year?
I mean,
40 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 104 quarterback.
He's the forgotten man. Aaron Rodgers is the forgotten man. So does he have something to prove? I think internally he wants to show everybody, guys, you can get excited about Mahomes and Sam Darnold and Baker and all these guys. I'm still the most talented quarterback in the NFL. And I've argued this, and I will. Brady is the winningest, right? Aaron Rodgers is the most talented. And as long as he is healthy, something that has been a problem, because as I said, last 6 years, he's missed 16 games due to injury. Drew Brees, in the last 15 years, has missed 1 game due to injury. Tom Brady, in the last 10 years, has missed 1 game, or 0 games due to injury. Aaron Rodgers has to stay healthy. Now, again, that's something you said is out of his control, but on some level, he's going to have to say, hey, I can't outrun Anthony Barr and try to make a play here. He's got something to prove from a perspective of, I can still play at 35 years old and be an elite quarterback. I've just got to stay healthy.
Yeah, well, one of the things that I don't like when people talk about Aaron Rodgers is, you mentioned it a little bit, comparing him to LeBron James. Because the bar is already set so high, you start to poke and see everything that they do that he doesn't do.
He's got to win a Super Bowl.
Right. So, like, even last year, the throwaways. When did we ever start tracking throwaways?
Right. But it's a bad thing now instead of taking a sack or having your collarbone broken.
When early in his career, when he held the ball too long,
that was a criticism.
It was like, you got to get rid of it. Throw it away. Now he's older and he understands, you know what, I'm not going to take that extra hit. I'm not going to even put the ball in harm's way. I'm just going to throw it away. Now it's a knock there. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Greg, you've been one to criticize Aaron Rodgers. Yes, I have been. Never about his play. It's never been about his play. It's always been about things outside of his play. That's why I say the one thing he does have to prove, and I will stick to this, is his relationship building skills. Can he foster that relationship? Can he sustain that relationship? Can it work? And if it does work, which I believe that there is potential that it could, specifically this year, he could be electrifying. We're talking about a guy that's #1, a first ballot Hall of Famer, who's never thrown for a 5,000-yard season. And a lot of that had to do with just the parameters that were around him and the offensive scheme.
Absolutely.
So now you allow him to just unleash who he is and just run with this offense with a Matt LaFleur and say, okay, coach, let me do what I do. You sprinkle a little bit in, and let's see where we take this.
Coach, sprinkle a little bit in.
Absolutely, it's going to be sprinkled a little bit in.
And it should be just a little bit. Matt LaFleur is not going to come in and decide that a first-time head coach that he's running everything and he's going to dictate what Aaron Rodgers. That would make no sense to anybody. So it's got to be work with a Hall of Fame quarterback that you have, right, and try to add to help him out a little bit. But to your point, I mean, they have wide receivers as running backs. Just think about what they've had in Green Bay for a long time. I witnessed plenty of games in Detroit where they ran the ball more than they passed. And I was used to go, what is this? You know, like I couldn't figure it out, and it would wind up being a Lions win because they wouldn't let Aaron Rodgers throw the ball. I don't think we're going to see that anymore.
No.
Yeah. All right. At the age of 42, Tom Brady has shown very few signs of